That's why he said it, because he know it wasn't on no. Dummy.
Shit.
Ding dong head ass. Come on, man, let's do this shit, man. We supposed to do this shit for 2 weeks.
You had the month mouth the
I
other
still
day.
got that moment. Ready at 21, 22, 23.
Turn low. Wait, you gotta get it right. Oh, that's right.
And
Wayne,
Nitro.
how you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing today, sir?
First question.
Damn, you get right to
I
it.
have to. Shit, they don't let us do nothing else. They got coronavirus and all kind of stuff. They're trying to shut us down, shut us in. Must be trying to shut us out. So met you, what, 6-7 years ago, maybe?
Yeah.
I seen you had a Serato, or you had your laptop in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And you was with a DJ crew out of Dallas?
Oh, you talking about the Campus King DJ?
Campus King DJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's go back just a little bit before that. I was talking to your mom and I was saying, when did he start this DJ journey?
Mm-hmm.
She said it was in your teenage years. When did you start wanting to be a DJ?
Well, a DJ, I would say about, I say about 20. 18,
Oh, really?
19, 20, yeah.
18, 19, okay.
But music, as a child, you know, I was carrying around like karaoke machines on my baby pictures and stuff I could show.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait. What was you doing with music?
I mean, you know, I played the drums growing up in church.
Good.
All them years, and I went to Northeast High School. I played in the marching band. I tried rapping. I got a couple records I can show you a little later. Yeah, but that's the type of stuff people don't know about me, man. You know. But
so what gave you the DJ bug?
I had went to South Padre Island, man, and I was already like laying in this thing. That was already my name before music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I had it on the T-shirt, and the DJ shouted it out, who actually brought me into the Campus King DJ. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how it all worked. But he shouted me out. He brought me up on stage. And I just like that feeling he gave me. You know, he made me feel like somebody and important, and I wanted to get that to people. Okay. So I was like, you know what? When I go back, I'm gonna give you this equipment. I'm about to be this DJ thing. You know, I'm finna now. And I needed something to use that name for, because I had that cool ass name. If people was calling me that,
Wayne in this thing.
I didn't. It was for no reason. So I needed a reason to brand myself and put myself out there. So that DJ was the perfect lane.
And that's important. You saying brand yourself and put yourself out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when I met you, and you was a little frustrated with the journey of branding yourself.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, man.
How did you make that transition from a crew to making that name stand out?
You know, with a crew, man, like it's with anything, a car club, a crew, or just any group of individuals. You're supposed to use it as a platform, you know, to just network and build yourself. Whether one of the guys in your crew is good at marketing, the next guy in your crew is good at financials. You use your crew to build yourself, you know, and but you bring something to the crew too. Don't be the person in the crew that's just in the crew to use
some type of value.
Yeah, but you like, you know, you bring something to the table, and I think that everybody in my crew or just around me, my friends or whatever, they seen that I was serious, and they knew that if I ever got in position, that I would put people back in position. So that's why a lot of people like rally behind me and support me the way they do.
You know, I was in the early days. I did watch that, how people supported you, and then I think me and you was at a 4th of July function
with the kids.
With the kids, and I think that's when I seen the family values.
Yeah. I'm big on family. You know, like anybody that I deal with will tell you, like, I give people the shirt on my back. Sometimes I shouldn't, but I still will. Like, you know what I mean? And that's just how I am. You know, that's how I was raised, and that's just what it is.
I can see that, and I can see how important the people around you was, but which in turn made you important to them, right? Which gives you that support. I remember early, I was helping you with things. A matter of fact, I helped you. Let me help you with a couple things.
Right. I agree.
But it was 3 or 4 other things that you wouldn't let me help you with, or even accept.
Right.
And I remember asking, mom and people from the family, like, what's going on? doesn't he accept that help?
Yeah, I mean, I just take pride in like being self-made. Like I can't say like I just did everything on my own. You know, I got God and I got favors and from people and people that just want to see me win. But for like as a man, I can honestly stand on my own 2 feet and say that like I got here by my work and me not giving up and me waking up every day and putting myself in position. You know, ain't nobody just gave me nothing, and I never wanted to make it if I had to wait and hear people say, well, I did this or I did that, and can throw it up in my face. Like it's a gift and a curse, you know. Like it's a gift because you can say that, but it's a curse because you can save a lot of time if you just let somebody help you. You know what I mean? So, but it's life is about finding balance. Like to me, that's the key to life. Like balance. That's my number one thing. I never want to be too much on one side of anything. You know what I mean? So I just found that balance and I just pushed through. And I wouldn't quit. So, I mean, that's the reason why I wouldn't accept certain things, especially like, you know, when you coming up and somebody like yourself, Nitro, that's a staple in the city. If you get too attached or too close to that person, they gonna say, oh, that's Nitro's little dude. Or that's, you know, and I never wanted nobody to, not that I'm like, don't want to be sunned or nothing, but I wanted to get it on my own 2 feet.
And I remember you asked me about being on billboards
right.
and how do you do it and,
right.
and show me how to get on. And I was like, okay, I'll just put you on one with us.
Right.
And I remember you going, yeah, I kind of want to figure it out.
Yeah,
my own.
No, you definitely offered it. You like that's the fact. I asked you about getting on billboards, and you said, hey man, I just send me the logo, send me the pictures, and you'll be up on one. And I definitely told you, like, just show me how to do it.
Show me how to do it.
Yeah, because I just
teach
knew
me
that.
How to fish.
And it wasn't that I was too good to get up there with y'all. Like I said, I appreciate you and Star and everybody else that was on the billboard. But I just knew that people would look at it a lot different if they seen me up there by myself, because they seen the journey that I took and they seen the sleepless nights, etc., to get to that level. And I just didn't want to compromise that by taking one shortcut. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah. So from DJing, we see him. Maybe you should say, I want to be a tour DJ.
Right. Every day.
My prayers is.
It was I remember, man. It was 2,043 days straight. I hashtagged that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just randomly, I got a call. You know, like
into
how y'all
existence.
get my number? Like type of call. It wasn't even like some people I didn't worked with before. You know, It was MMG. Rick Ross label was reaching out to me. You know what I mean? And it blew my mind. But you're right. You just literally spoke it into existence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from that. You've done plays, shows, concerts. I mean, in your own ventures.
Yeah, definitely.
How was that making that transition from just being a DJ, being hired to rock parties, to investing in your concerts, investing in plays and shows?
Well, I mean, it don't happen overnight. I'm gonna keep stressing that to anybody that's out there that want to take this journey or whatever journey in life. You gotta understand that it's not gonna be easy, baby. You know what I mean? It's not this ain't no walk in the park. This ain't no shit you just wake up one day and you on the biggest stage in the city. It does not happen like that. You know, I done been into the hole in walls. I done been into events where it's 2 people. I'm DJing for a couch. You know, I literally started DJing in my friend's living room, you know, and I done did every arena, every concert, every venue, everything in this city from the smallest 100 person to the Chesapeake Arena. You know what I mean? So it's like there's no place I haven't been. So again, it's just like no skipping stairs. Just like level for level for level for level, and you just meet people at those places that want to help you get to the next level, and you just keep going and keep going. But to answer your question, from there, it's just like you start to know your worth, and you start to see that, man, why am I bringing out half the people that's coming out here to these places buy these tickets when I can just rent the same venue, bring the same name, and get the money from the tickets too. And it's not like I'm trying to, I'm not trying to cut nobody out or nothing like that. But it's just like they wasn't trying to cut me in. You know what I mean? And it's a level that you get to, and you just like, man, I gotta boss up. And that's with anything. You know what I mean?
You learned your value.
You have to.
Good. Now, what was the, as far as a father figure in your life, who was there for you to bring you up?
I mean, you know, my mom, she did the best she can, you know, raising me and my sister and stuff like that. So, you know, kudos to her. I really didn't have no father figure. Like all my homies or big homies or whatever was pretty much just niggas from the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Just being honest. Like my uncles, they had their own families and they had things going on. They was there for sure if I called and I needed them. But I really can't name a man that I just can say, besides the Lord Jesus Christ, that I can say that I just looked up to like that just growing up, man, because wasn't nobody really around. My uncles and stuff, some of them was in prison. And like I said, the other ones, they had their own thing going on. So it was a lot of women like my aunties and my mama and, you know, just strong black women that kind of just pushed me and taught me that whatever I put my mind to, I can do. You know what I mean? And I had, like I said, I had brothers that I gained, you know, from the streets. You know what I mean? I didn't know I really had brothers that I just met recently. But all my life, I grew up as the only dude. You know what I mean? So I just met dudes that was in situations like me, and we had a bond, and we would always be there for each other no matter what it was.
And me watching you with your aunts, your mom, your sisters, all of that. I see the respect that you got for women, and even when you being a little risque and y'all, you know, clowning, it's still all in fun. And the women take it; they never take you disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know,
they definitely taught me how to like handle women. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to them because it's definitely something there.
So when we don't have that father figure, I mean, father staple, we got our brothers, we got our OGs.
Yeah, exactly.
The neighborhood raises us, the environment
exactly.
raises us. How did you dodge the gang culture out here?
I mean,
remain a DJ.
I mean, you know, early on, it wasn't just all peachy and creamy. Of course, like any other little knucklehead dudes, you know, I wanted to run with the streets and, you know, my neighborhood and stuff like that. But, you know, even the guys in my neighborhood, they used to always kind of treat me different. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff that they would probably, what they would call it, take you to court for or something like that. They'll let me slide on, you know what I mean? And people hated it, but I was just always everybody's little dude, you know what I mean? And, they used to always just make sure that I was straight so I could be in, but when it started getting too real and it's time to go in the house, they would make sure that I take my ass on somewhere.
Man, you know, you had something bigger planned for you.
Yeah, and it's like they knew it. This was before the DJing thing. Like this was just all throughout the years, you know, and they just always, you know what I'm saying, took me under. And I won't name names and stuff. They know who they are, man. They always just made sure I was straight. And as I became a DJ, then it really got bad. Like they really want to protect me, and like that's our nigga. And like, you know, they wanted to hostile and put me on the platform. And it was balanced because it was good to have them, but it was bad to have them because a lot of the times when they come to my events, they would be the people starting stuff and getting into fights and getting shut down. And it had got so bad at one point in time in my career, man, that like the club owners in Bricktown wouldn't even book me. Like it was like a ban.
They knew what you was bringing.
Yeah, it was like don't book him. Like it was like literally a ban. You know what I mean? And Tion, man, you know what I mean? Tion, he had Purple Martini at the time. He would give me a chance. Nicole, you know, certain promoters. You know what I mean? I'm very grateful for them because they really like stood behind me. Right. And White C gave me some game. You know, he told me to change how I dress. I started wearing a lot of suits and just trying to clean up my image. And so people would know that, yeah, these is my dudes, but I'm not like them. I'm just like them, but my mom, when it comes to like me trying to do business, I'm not like them, you know what I mean? And even my friends started to respect it. Like guys from my neighborhood, they were like, man, this dude really trying to do something. And they would conduct themselves. They'd be like, hey, at 1 o'clock, we're gonna wait till 1 to fight. Then it's like, we're gonna wait till 1:30 to fight. We ain't gonna fight. And it literally, man, I just watched it transpire and it really changed the party scene because it became a level of respect with guys from other sides of town. And like, nah, we like Wayne. Well, we like Wayne. Wayne from our hood. Nah, we ain't from Wayne's hood, but he cool. And we ain't gonna trip in here because of the respect for this man. We know he got his money tied up. We know this how he feed his family. And it just really became a unique situation that I never thought I would see. And I'm not saying like I'm taking responsibility to stop the gangs out here and all that. I'm not gonna go that far, but I will say I had a lot of influence with the clubs and the fighting and stuff that was going on because people literally wanted to just come have a good time.
And everybody can respect your value from the street to, let's just say, the corporate side, the business side.
Exactly.
And then segueing into that, from you traveling, being a tour DJ with the MMG, with the Ray J's, with the Boosies, with the Plays, you've been around the country. You've been around the world.
Yeah, now the world. It was the country, but now the world. Yeah.
Right. So that's where we get the worldwide Wayne. What did you learn being out of your environment and experiencing other cultures, other levels of money. How did that hit you when you came home? Just the differences. Hold on, stop. Hold on. Damn.
We had to come out.
Nigga, say something. Come on. We're gonna start that question over, and then I can ask you better. Raise a flag, nigga. Smoke sticks. That's what I'm saying. All right. So, being a tour DJ, being able to travel with MMG, Ray J, Boosie, we can name, you know, a whole bunch of people you done been with and met from sports, music, everywhere. Being worldwide, Wayne, going around the world now. What did you learn from those outside experiences opposed to being in the environment that you come from?
Man, I would say that everywhere's the same, because like no matter how far you go or where you go, it's the same story, man. It's the same kids, it's the same business people, it's the same gangs, it's the same troubles or whatever all around the world. People just trying to make it out, man. And no matter if it's music, sports, or whatever, people find that thing, that fuel, and it goes back to that balance. And I'm saying, like, I just try not to get too caught up in certain things. Like, money is great, but I don't need too much of it. Or traveling is great, but it's no place like home. Like, it's just like finding that thing that really just makes you happy. And I think that everybody,
motivation, inspiration. Okay, so you went. So let's give them kind of a little bit of backstory to moving forward. You went from DJ to tour DJ to club owner to real estate to now we're in the cannabis business.
Yeah, I mean, and it's so crazy because like all of my businesses or everything that I got involves people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that if you good to people and you're a good person, that people will support you and people will help you. I had the same phone number, man, since high school. I give people, I can be walking down the street, somebody asks me for my phone number, I give it to them. I got one phone. I ain't got no business phone. This is me. You know, you can call me and I get my number out on this damn thing because I'm not hiding from nobody. I'm doing good business. I'm reachable, and I think that's what people like to see. Like, yeah, I've been all around the world, but I'm the same dude. You can pull up, we can go have chicken nuggets. So, you know what I mean? It's like, again, it's just being a good dude, and I think that's really the key to success, man. It's just with all those businesses, again, it's just all about the people. I try to, like, with the real estate, I try to make my houses a little better to make people feel comfortable. I have 3 properties. They all in bad neighborhoods or in the hood, and I try to, like, do small things that just make them feel like they're in Beverly Hills. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, giving them why? Because it's in the hood, you gotta put the cheapest carpet down. Give them some good carpet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the same with the club. I try to make the drinks cheaper than the club next door. Or with the cannabis world, we try to make stuff affordable for people. Because that's, if you don't have the people, you don't have nothing. The business closes. And I think that this COVID and I think that this Corona really, really, really humbled me because I'm not perfect at sometimes. I start feeling myself and I'm getting successful, but this really taught us that we really need each other. You know what I mean? And if you didn't get that message from this Corona, you need to have a reality check with yourself because you cannot do it without the next man. Think about the person who made the mask for you to wear, or the people that's risking their lives to get sick, to go and drive the food, to go to the grocery store, or you being in the grocery store and there's one thing left and you saying, I'll take this one and you take that one. You know what I mean? Like, that's the type of situations that I was put in and that I've seen, and neighbors check. Like, I never met my neighbors into this Corona. You know what I'm saying? Like, now everybody want to speak. Y'all doing all right over there? Y'all need anything? We have some tissue if you have some Germ-X. Like, it's like a barter. Everybody wants to work. Everybody need each other now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
And you know, I remember, and it's an integrity that you have. That I remember we was gonna do some deal, or you was dealing with 2 different parties, and I remember when somebody said they was a little uncomfortable or bothered by it. And I said, well, Wayne, let's just, go talk to him. And for you said, if somebody's uncomfortable, I don't want to do the deal, period.
Yeah, because I just feel like there's so many other deals. And I'm not saying that I'm just want to be such a good dude that I would let somebody being uncomfortable just stop the money or, you know, stop the opportunities. But if I can make everybody at ease and still win, why not do that? You know what I mean? I try to take a second to slow down and think about other people and their feelings and how it can help them or how it can hurt them. And I think that I think that this pandemic kind of made a lot of other people start to slow down and think about stuff too, because like, again, man, I can't say it enough. We all need each other. Like,
I like that.
Yeah.
And you say being a good dude, and this is for the people. I kind of try to make this an entrepreneur show. I try to identify the disconnect and then show the reconnect, the where we reconnected. What do you tell a 19-year-old right now, besides being a good dude in business? How do they deal with the losses and those transitions and growth?
Man, the key is to keep moving on. I can't make it like, again, like I'm perfect or nothing. Like I took some losses and I literally was praying to God that he like give me the answer, because like, you know, again, coming from the streets, or not like I just was the hardcore game member in the world or nothing, but you know, I come from a place where we don't play that. You know what I mean? Like if something ain't right, we gonna go see about it. Whether we come to your front door and knock on it, we go outside in the back and fight or whatever. You know, it's just whatever it is, and however it go. You know what I mean? But when you got people that depend on you or look up to you, or you got assets, and you got to hold yourself accountable. And what I do with my losses is I hold myself accountable. Why did I lose? Even if somebody got over on me, I left myself vulnerable for them to do that. And it take a lot, man. It take a lot of praying and manifesting and thinking, and it take being a man. You know what I mean? Like,
take some humility.
And
when you get into business, they say you take the L, but you don't take the loss. You take the learning.
Yeah, you took a lesson. Like and man, these dudes out here, they done taught me a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And there's some of them that I still want to see about. You know what I mean? But I just pray, man, and I just ask God to, you know, to guide me and show me the way, because I don't deserve that. You know, like I pour out so much good, and I try to help everybody that's around me, and people will take advantage of that. They will see you, and they will know that you're that type of person, and they will target you. They will hunt you. And if you're not smart and if you're not strong, you will fail. You know what I mean? And I literally feel like, man, it's a list of good dudes out there, and that they send around, and they just like, you get them now, you get them now. You know what I mean? And it ain't nothing but a test, man. And if you fold, you will never have. But if you just keep pushing and you just keep believing and keep knowing that what you have is for you, man, can't nothing or nobody stop you. And that's just how, like, they can have it. So whoever out there, if you owe me, you can have it, because I'm doing so well. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't want for nothing. I wake up every day, my family is straight. Like, I'm cool. Like, and when they realize that you feel like that and that you think that way, they gonna try to make it right. You know what I mean? It might be 5 years later, but they gonna reach back out and try to make that right. And you never know when you dealing with somebody as far as a loss, because you asking me a loss as if like I invested with somebody or something, or are you asking me just like a bad idea?
All of it.
Okay, so I'll give you 2 examples. On the bad idea, you can't blame nobody but yourself. You should have thought your plan through. Yes, you lost, but think of another plan and go double up and get that money back. That's the easiest one. Okay. When you lost because on the behalf of another man or another woman or somebody that you trusted or somebody that plays you, to me that's a lot tougher, because for one, you feel betrayed. You feel like, why me? Why even bother me? Like, you in your own bubble, you just working, you just grinding, and somebody's coming at you and they pressing you usually and trying to get you to do something to help them. Okay. And you just gotta hold yourself accountable, because you chose. They didn't put no guns to your head and say invest in this. They didn't. You chose. You should have did. You should have protected yourself, protect your assets, get you a lawyer, get somebody to look over it. And 9 times out of 10, if it sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
So growing from that and watching that, and I had to pay attention myself. Sometimes, whether it's a promoter or somebody just doing a business deal, it just don't work.
And sometimes that happens, and you gotta understand that if you want to be a boss, you gotta be like, I was always taught, you ain't a boss until you take a loss. Right. That's just how it is. Every boss, everybody I know, the man who owned Walmart, the man who owned petrol gas station, right, everybody has taken a loss. You know what I mean?
Even when all parties had good intentions.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's
people
not.
that
Yeah,
show up in
sometimes.
rain, whatever,
Sometimes it just does not happen, and it's just you just got to shake that off and keep it moving. I mean, there's nothing else that you can do. The key to it goes back to this balance word. I don't know why I'm stuck on this word, this interview, but as long as your good days outweigh your bad days, you can't complain. It's a song. That's a gospel song, man. I need to go to church. I'm telling you because it's the truth. Like as long as you win more than you lose, you're still a winner. I don't care if I win 51% and lose 49, I still won. But some people want to win 99 and lose 1. No, you don't. The key is not always.
The thorns come with the road.
Man, you gotta get it. I done lost a lot, Nitro. You know what I mean? You done seen. I done called you crying about some shit that I didn't. Excuse my profanity, y'all, but I'm passionate about this because it's real, man. And I've lost, and I believe the niggas, and I try to be that person that I got your back, big homie. I got your back, dog. And niggas don't do right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it hurt, man, and it do, but like. Again, you just keep going and you figure it out.
And right now, at this moment, just like you said a few minutes ago, you good.
I'm good. Keep it.
I can't be mad because I'm so good.
Yeah, but you can't ever call me and ask me for that.
It's your credit is
your credit. Yeah. Now, if you got a flat tire, I'm the type of nigga I'll still pull over and help you. You know what I'm saying? But as far as doing business or you need anything from me, you can hang it up. It ain't happen.
So at this moment,
they coming in. They gotta come in. What's up, buddy?
Give us the names of your businesses. Everything that you we're gonna cut that. Give me all the names of your businesses that you're dealing with right now.
So to start off, I'll start with the club, man. It's a Symphony Champagne Bar. I have a partner, Mr. Burton, Charles Burton. And you know, he got his wife and Trey Burton, or whatever, his son, and them is my people. We 315 East Sheridan. Anybody want to do events there, concerts, whatever, feel free to hit us up. Then I have Thunder Cones, me and Mario Goggins. We got a little snow cone truck, it's something for the kids to get out. We really give them away a lot of the time, but we have that going. I have real estate, which is under Waynesworth Enterprises, LLC. Three properties right now. I have Symphony Champagne Bar. Trees Cannabis Connection. That's where we at right now. Okay. It's 2958 Southwest 59, home of the rapper weed. My man Rodney Fennell, J. Poe, and my homegirl Steph. Come check us out. And that's pretty much it right now, man. But we got more on the way. We Lord set aside.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate the growth.
I hope this can inspire somebody. And Nitro, I appreciate you, man. You've been a very inspirational person, man, and you've always been there in the call away for me, so I want to say thank you. I know this was about me, but you give some light to you for what you do to the city and do for the city and the young entrepreneurs and people that's coming up. I can honestly say a lot of us, 8 out of 10, you've touched in some type of way, so thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah. Any more longer, I'm going to be charging y'all.